Good morning.
Morning, Mayor. How's it going?
All right. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right. Still in South Africa.
Yeah.
How long are you
Why?
there?
Till the 14th after my birthday. Hello. Good morning.
Nice.
Sorry, I was in the background trying to. Oh, for fuck's sakes. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
I'm trying to. There we go. How are you, Anthony?
Yeah, I'm good, Mayor. All right.
Oh, I've been
Plodding
trying to
on.
juggle IT and time zones. And when I left England, I went to the Netherlands, so I gained an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I came to South Africa and then I gained another hour. Yeah. And then the clocks went forward, so I lost an hour. So
Trying to figure it
all,
all
all,
out.
all in a week. I'm like, which town am I in? Oh, look at Paris. In the very nice. We're in the city today. We can't hear you, Paresh. Can the whole office hear us?
Morning.
Morning, Mayor. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, yeah. All right. All okay, man. We can't hear you, Paresh.
Yeah, yeah, no, he can hear us.
Yeah.
Marcus has entered his notes taker. You want that there, Marcus?
Um, I, I didn't even know that it's done. My friend signed up to something and it's
It's a fucking virus, that thing.
get rid of it. Um, it came up on my Teams meeting. I couldn't get rid of it.
Yeah, no, it's everywhere. Hello, Ross.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Ross.
Morning.
How's it going?
And see your face. There he is. There he is.
I'm here. You got a new picture behind you today, David.
Have I? Oh, I thought I've had it a while.
Oh, really? Okay, maybe I'm.
It's all right. I can remove it and you can see my bed if you want, where I'm staying. Uh, video. Hello, Olivia.
Good morning.
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 How's the garden?
Mhm.
Here you
Good.
go.
My garden's
You can
good.
see, you can see my towel, and I'm at my son's
Ah,
place. The curtain. Okay, enough of that though. Let's go back to that. Well, the reason I like the background here is it kind of shows what we're trying to cover. Yeah,
mm,
it shows that we're trying to be a bridge between professional organizations and lived experience. That's why we're becoming professionals. Down in the bottom here, this is the systemic side of things. So bringing coaching skills into the workplace and the family. So Paresh's, for example, is in the workplace, and Olivia's in the family. And then over the side here, we've got the difference between therapy and coaching. Now, a lot of therapists learn about motivational interviewing or unconditional positive regard, or they learn a whole lot of these skills that we kind of cover as well. And then therapists think that they're doing coaching. But what they don't understand is they're in a place of kind of pathology and wounding, and their area of influence, whether they like it or not, has been influenced by the clinical environment. Yep. And our space is influenced by lived experience, and we sit in the wellness environment. So it's important to establish the difference. And hence, this is why we have the training in the community of practice. So you're all pretty much old timers here. Paresh looks so motivated to be in his workplace, and his kokorozashi is really being filled there. You can read his body language. I'm being sarcastic, Paresh. Paresh, would you like to build the container? Can we hear you? No, we still can't hear you. Okay, but I can lip read. He just said, for fuck's sakes. Okay, so level 2 listening, look at the body.
Has David froze?
Yeah, I think he has. What a great
Did
picture.
did I lose you?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. And it was so deep what I said. Let me see. Am I on my... Let me switch.
Paresh,
See
in
if
your audio, on the bottom bar of Zoom, you got like the audio and the little arrow that points up. Is your mic the same as your headphones? Okay.
Are you talking to me there?
No, Paresh.
Oh,
You can hear
sorry. I
us, but
thought
you
you gave my
can't.
baby.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you, Paresh.
The headphones out. I don't know what's going on. Sorry.
It's all right. So can the whole office hear us?
No, I'm in a room. I booked a room for 2 hours.
Oh, that's a pity. So if we went, oh, for fuck's sakes, we hate corporate life, you're going to be okay.
Yeah, all good.
Okay. So Paresh, would you like to build the container? And you can say no. So the first thing you need to say is just that we're being recorded. Yep.
Yep.
That this is an adult learning environment. It's not therapy. And if at any time anyone wants it removed, we remove it. And then it's the 3 C's: check-in, contract, and then we have the container. So go for it, Paresh, in the deep end.
Okay, great. So, welcome everyone. How many do we have on? It's just us plus. Who else have we got? Olivia, Ross. Oh, Ross. Yeah, I can't. Okay, great. So, hi everyone. Just to let you know that the session is being recorded. And if anyone has an issue with that, would you like to kind of speak up now? Otherwise, I will assume that everyone is okay with the recording. So, sorry, I forgot that last point that you said. That will be okay. So let's start with checking in. Who would like to go first?
I'll go. I'm David
Okay,
checking.
David.
Excited. I'm on holiday. I'm with my kids. I'm got a lot of good things happening for me here as I approach my 60th birthday on the weekend.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm checking in feeling good. And I'll tag Marcus.
Morning. Thanks, David. Yeah, I'm checking in. Good. Yeah, feeling electric today, actually. Got lots of exciting conversations in over the last week. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the rest of this week. And I will check in. Olivia.
Yeah, I'm checking in good. Thanks, Marcus. Checking in good. Yeah, that's it. I'm good. I'll check in or I'll tag Anthony, please.
Thanks, Olivia. I am checking in, feeling grounded and motivated. And I will check in, Ross.
Good, Anthony. Yeah, I'm checking in. I'm good. I'm on the whole, I'm good. I've got a lot going on right now. With work, buying a house as well, which is um interesting process dealing with like builders and this, that, and the other. So yeah, on the whole, I'm feeling good. There's a lot going on and managing life pretty well, I think. Yeah, being disciplined. Yeah, and like once again excited to be here and see you guys. I think that's it, is it? Paresh, is it?
Great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm good. I've had a lot going on in the last couple of working days, which is all positive. I've got the opposite problem now. I was stressed about getting a new job. I got offered a job on Wednesday night. I took it. So I've been running around like an idiot, doing screening and all sorts of stuff and kind of winding up this job and moving on to the next job, etc. So been super busy with that, but all is good. Yeah, had the 2 years sobriety on Thursday. So that was good. Went out for dinner. Yeah, I kind of like, it was such a big thing for me, like, counting the days and the months and the blah blah. And then I kind of got to 2 years and I'm like, bit of a knob going on about this, to be honest. Like, it's a bit, I love a bit of me, right? I think we all do as addicts, but yeah, it was interesting. It was an interesting feeling. It was a bit not a letdown, but it's just, I don't know, it's just like get on with it, right? So yeah, that's me really. So should we start by, was there any homework?
Excellent, Paresh.
On Thursday.
Excellent. Always start with accountability. Wonderful. Good tip.
Actions from the last meeting, homework. Was there any? Does anyone would like to give an update? And if there wasn't any homework, I suppose maybe we could talk about what things people have been up to, or taking actions outside of the norm of attending sessions, etc. I did not do my homework that is planned on Sunday. I don't know what I did on Sunday. I can't remember yesterday. But yeah, so I don't have an update myself. So, but does anyone else have an update like to go? And then maybe after that, we can talk about what subjects we should cover today.
Okay, well, I'll go. I'm continuously trying to grow the profession of recovery coaching and the London campus, as well as trying to have the MAUNi develop as a professional organization in the private sector. So I'm balancing two caps there, and then being over here in in South Africa, trying to be present with my kids without being obsessed with work and my kokorozashi and my passion. So I'm very productive, but I mustn't get not that I mustn't get, but I want to stay connected to my kids. Yeah. I feel quite sad when I say that. Oh, there's a sadness that comes up. So yeah, but I mustn't miss this opportunity by the panic of building this opportunity because the world is on fire. Marcus said something to me this morning, which was something along the like electrifying empowerment or something, and I feel very like, yeah, fuck, we must do this. The world's on fire. Yeah, and I must Yeah, my kids have had to put up with me and my madness for many years, and I really want to try and be present. So, yeah, and I've lost the train of my thought.
David, anyone else?
Yeah, I went along to this fund writing course on Thursday. So I think I stood in for David, but it was actually quite interesting. So we'll put some bits on the school platform so that others can have a look at that. And I don't know, can other people join those sessions, David? The ones that are upcoming with that. If not, I can just bring that so that everyone can sort of have a look at that themselves, and it might help writing funding, and hopefully it just unlocks the next stage of my journey, because it's definitely quite insightful, um, giving me an idea of what I need to write in a funding pitch and things like that, who to sort of speak to. So yeah, like talking, just remembering that it's not just a form, we're talking to an actual person or group of people that are going to approve that funding in the long run. Um, I've had lots of good conversations over the week in regards to like moving forward with my organization. I think we're there. We've rooted in wellness. We want to just start a drop-in hub locally that acts as a training center, education center, and just a safe space for people. And I guess that will grow from there. And yeah, just continuing my advocacy stuff that I just do with people. So it's been good to put into practice some of the coaching techniques that I've learned from the first course. So yeah, it's building better relations already, having better conversations, and more importantly, there's actually some movement after 8 years. Yeah, I'm really grateful that I came across and got that email, David. So that's me. Oh yeah, and Olivia as well. We're going to meet up and set up a laptop and get some structure going there for her idea as well. So yeah, all good stuff.
Okay, great. Anyone else? You don't have to give an update. Maybe we can move on to have a quick chat about ideas around what we would like to cover today.
Okay, time out. Paresh, you've done great. You've brought in a sense of safety around the recording of the and the streaming of the class. You've got everyone to check in to get a sense of emotion, where people are emotionally. You've kind of everyone's contracted here for 2 hours to learn stuff around coaching. You brought in the action and accountability piece, because coaching always wants to forward the action and deepen the learning. And the last thing you've done very well is just created the agenda, where you allow the agenda to rise up from the container. And so instead of us going into a classroom and teaching and putting an agenda onto some students, it's actually facilitating the wisdom coming from the bottom up. So that's very good unconscious competence, yep, that you've just modeled there. So excellent. So what are we talking about today, people? Well done, Paresh. You happy to hold the container some more? Yeah, good. Okay.
Yep. What should we talk about?
I was going to speak to David about. I spoke to Tia about it on Sunday. I don't know if she's spoken to you about getting a learning kind of thing with Lero for the ketamine, so we can train other people up. like other organisations, because there's not much around there at the moment. So I'm trying to kind of work on that. And if you know of anybody that can put inputs and stuff like that to help us write out this kind of learning thing, and then I've put it in my thing, and I've got like the Lero stand, and one is like I've got learning, engagement, recovery, and outcomes. So that's the LERO, obviously. And then I want to educate people about what parts of your body it affects and damages. And then at the back of it, kind of put kind of samples of harm reduction, how they can kind of recover from that. Is that something we could do, David?
Okay, so Paresh, I'm going to just jump in here as well, just with the overarching of the training. Yep. So on a Tuesday is a community of practice where coaches that have trained come together and talk about their practice. So here I'm out here doing this thing. I do recovery coaching, blah, blah, blah. Thursday morning is coming together as coaches in a LERO format. So I'm part of a lived experience recovery organization, blah, blah, blah. And then Thursday afternoon is systemic wellness. I work within a LERO. I use my lived experience to fulfill a role. And this is how I'm being impacted. This is what's working, what isn't working. Yep. So I just want to put that out there about the training path you all seem to be on. So Olivia, if we were to hone down in on your agenda, yeah. So you're someone who's in what would we say now? Long-term recovery?
Yeah.
When is long? Yeah. So you're stable. Yeah.
2.5 years.
Okay, so you've got some stability in your recovery, yep. And now you want to start private practice, a LERO organization. I know you're getting supervision from Tia and some personal coaching as well, which is part of your certification path and your hours. Yeah. And then last week you spoke about creating something around ketamine because there was a parent that was concerned about their child's ketamine use. Yeah.
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 Well, just a need for it everywhere at the moment because there's not much around. It's not just that.
All right.
It's like
So the world is saying there's a need for ketamine what?
training.
Ketamine training. Well, on how to use it?
No, I don't know how to
How
kind
to
of
make it?
no, how to kind of when you go into groups to help people, that the person that's doing the group knows what they're talking about.
Okay, cool. So Anthony, you put your hand up here.
I was going to say that on ketamine as a whole, that I'm still part of NA, and pretty much 90% of the newcomers who are coming in are under 25 and are addicted to ketamine.
They're all addicted to ketamine. Okay, so let's talk about this now as well. So Narcotics Anonymous is a 12-step fellowship program that starts off by we admitted we were powerless over our addiction and that our lives have become unmanageable. And the substance that people are coming in for addiction is ketamine at the moment. Yeah, it used to be crack, it used to be crystal meth, it used to be heroin, it used to be whatever it is. Yeah. Okay. And Alcoholics Anonymous says we were powerless over alcohol and that our lives have become unmanageable. And that's very specific around a specific substance, alcohol. Yeah. All right. So let's just step back a bit, Olivia. Yeah. And let's just get clarity around what it is that you want us to talk about in today's agenda. And Paresh, get ready to summarize in a minute just to make sure that we're on the right topic.
Yeah.
Um, I just need your kind of guidance or an input about whether this can happen. If I do the program, can we put it towards organisations like CGL or Way Through and ask them, do they want this type of training? Or go into, as Marcus said, police stations and ask them, do they want this sort of training? So they know what actually ketamine is and what it actually is doing to the body and the signs that, like, when young adults are doing it, like what to look out for.
Sorry, that was my phone. Just say that again.
I can't remember.
Keep going, Olivia. You're doing great. We're just
like
trying to get clarity on what
kind
the
of go
topic is.
into kind of like schools maybe, or into the police station or other organizations that don't have any courses running along to train up their staff to be able to facilitate meetings for people that are using it. Like Anthony did say about the NA and stuff like that, but some of the people that I'm speaking to are saying they don't want to go part of NA, they don't want to go part of AA, they don't want that. They think they're too young for it, it's dated. They don't want to go in there for that. And it's just
So
like when they go, sorry.
Yep. So the principle is multiple pathways to recovery.
Yeah.
Yep. So does everyone understand that here in the container? Yep. Who's been a 12-step route before that's happy to share it? Yep. All right. So there's a bias here of 12-step stuff that we need to put aside. Okay, just to be aware that that's in the room. All right. So Paresh, are you ready to come in and summarize what's been spoken about?
Yeah, sure. So Olivia has asked for advice or guidance on whether is it we should be or you should be engaged. Sorry, is there training available for third parties? Was that the question?
No, I don't.
Or was it that you want to engage with those third parties? So, for example, police stations, whatnot. Yeah. So you want to work together with them.
Well, as a LERO going into the police station, it'd be under the LERO. If David has his name against it, it'd probably be better for me just nobody.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So I need kind of a person that's going to put their name in it with me.
Okay.
That makes sense.
How are you feeling, Paresh?
Not on track.
Great. Okay, just say that.
Like I suppose it is a question that's come from Olivia. So are you going to answer or?
Okay, okay, good. So just feel the tension. Yeah. So one of the things is frapping. What does frapping stand for, Anthony? FRAP. Remember?
Fixing, rescuing, advising, projecting.
Okay. All right. So what's Olivia looking for? Advice.
Advice, guidance.
Yeah. Okay. So so this is how I respond when someone asks for advice. I don't fucking know. What are you gonna do? Okay.
I'll do it. I will do it, and then I give it to you, and you read through it and see is it okay, and then we can go to organisations and say we've got.
Okay. So just pause a second.
Okay.
So underneath this, what do you think Olivia's feeling?
Excitement that the world's burning down around ketamine and not being educated enough around it.
Okay, so what's the feeling
urgency.
with that?
A bit of uncertainty as well, I think.
Uncertainty, fear, huh?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
also energy.
Yeah.
Energy.
Yep. Enthusiastic and yep, and I want advice, and the advice is, yep, well, what I'm hearing is or what the need is will you support me if I go out there? I
Yeah.
don't want to do this alone. Is that correct, Olivia?
Yeah, yeah. I need
But
kind
it's
of
all,
some sort
sorry.
of organization behind me. Kind
Yeah.
of, that's what I kind of need.
Yeah. So I need support.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll just pause a second. So the coaching conversation, check-in, contract, create the container, accountability, the agenda, asking questions, listening at levels 1, 2, and 3. We listen for needs, values, and purpose. What does Olivia need? She needs to feel supported. Yep. Not alone. Yep.
Guidance.
Huh? Guidance. Yeah.
And advice.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
advice is please help me, tell me what to do. Yep. In the coaching role, we don't do that. I could give a fucking advice till the cows come home. Yeah, you can go and tell kids, don't do ketamine, it's bad for you. They never fucking listen to that advice anyway. I mean, it's like, fuck. All right. So, Paresh, how are you feeling holding the container?
Okay.
Yeah? All
Yeah.
right. Okay. So, what do you think the topic is now in the container?
Education around the ketamine piece. I think that is what
Okay.
we're talking about. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Ross, what do you think?
I think it's trying to understand the direction of Olivia and where she wants to go and how she's kind of feeling and trying to navigate this idea of hers, to be honest. That's what the
Yeah.
feeling I get.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it needs clarity of thinking.
yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We're kind of trying to like, obviously Olivia's got energy and passion about this, but not very clear on where or how she's going to start or where she's going to start, and there's a bit need some support there or some guidance or I
Okay.
don't know. Yeah.
Anthony?
Yeah, I think, you know, it's understanding how to create that awareness of the effects of ketamine and educating the right people and, you know, getting the exposure of that awareness, I think, in the UK so that people are, you know, aware of those dangers of using it.
Okay. Marcus?
What was the question? So I spilled tea on myself, so I completely distracted myself.
I actually forgotten what the question was myself.
Yeah.
But we kind of checked in. We're here to learn about the coaching conversation,
It was
continuum
where's the
moving
containers
forward.
going? Yeah,
Where's the container
So I
going?
think
what's the subject of the
Yeah.
container? I think.
I
Yeah.
think in so like there's two parts. There's the what does the coaching practice look like within your program that you want to create? Is what I'm getting. And then the other part is more of the Lero side and how to start that movement for it. So yeah, like how can we help or how can we talk about something that will help you understand or formulate, you know, what your program is going to look like.
So maybe we could be brainstorming ideas or actions because, you know, like speaking to David is just probably one thing. There's probably a whole list of other things to do in this space around awareness.
Brainstorming ideas. That's nice and corporate there, Paresh.
Yeah, I don't think I speak like that when I'm at home.
I
don't know what's happened.
don't know what the spell
I'll
of
start
corporate.
slouching and
Okay, everyone, let's brainstorm this like fuck.
Well, it's just one thing, isn't it? So if Olivia is looking at how can she raise awareness of with these third-party organizations such as the police or whoever else, then getting David's backing and putting the name to it. And not sure how
so
that would be.
let's just stop there. Yep. Olivia, you have my personal backing 10,000%. Do not fucking worry about that. If you go out there and you fuck up completely, we will still back you.
Marcus, you're going to love me. Because I'm going to be Marcus, practice, Marcus, do this.
No. I'm giving you my personal backing.
Thank you. Thank you, David.
I don't know why, like you said, Marcus, I'm going to be all over you.
Because you said you'd give me the backing. So,
yeah, but that doesn't mean I'm giving you Marcus. That's up to Marcus.
I was wondering who Marcus works for these days.
So Marcus is working for himself.
Yeah.
Marcus is building his own community of practice. Ross is building a community of practice. Anthony's building a community of practice. You're building a community of practice. And Olivia's building a community of practice. And as individual coaches, we need to be aware of the recovery capital, external recovery capital around us in our communities. Yep. In Olivia's practice, there's been a need from the community that there needs to be some sort of ketamine support. Yeah, that seems to be getting a lot of exposure at the moment. Yep. And then Olivia's kind of going, fuck, okay, well, let me go and train the police. Let me do this. Let me do that. My sense is there are all those resources there already. Yep. And so instead of trying to kind of ramp up her skills around that, rather be aware of the resources that are in the area or where people can go. Yep. So she can focus on being there for her client more as a coach, not as a harm reduction drug worker, not as a mother, not as a sponsor, not as like whatever. So just to get role clarity of what a recovery coach does. Yeah. Olivia, are you a ketamine addict?
No.
Okay. Have you had lived experience with ketamine addiction recovery?
No.
Okay, great. So you can't go in and say use peer support. Yeah, but that doesn't mean you can't provide recovery coaching to this family that's being impacted by this. Are you guys getting this? Is everyone getting this?
I've got no lived experience, so I can't go in there as a lived experience coach. I can just go in there as a coach.
Yeah, okay, great. So here I'm a coach. Yes, I've got lived experience recovery around alcohol. A lot of people don't resonate with 12-step stuff. That's fine. There's multiple pathways to recovery. There's an online ketamine support group here, or there's this or that, or like that's navigating, signposting people. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right. Quick pause. What are we learning in the container so far? Let's whip around the room. Let's start with Mark.
Understand the landscape in which you want to operate in. So for me, homelessness, is getting connected with all the organizations locally, but obviously they're directed by a local strategy. So it's tapping into that. And then it's just tapping into the national strategy and understanding where the funding pots are, what they want to achieve. And so it's like working backwards to get to the information, the person, the organizational groups that are going to be your support net, that will be my support network in homelessness. So then I know that I can build, so doing that, I can build relations in these networks. And when I have questions, I know where to go. Um, and I was in the beginning, I wanted to just go and take everyone off the street and put them up in my flat, my 1 bedroom flat that I got after being homeless. That if I brought other homeless people in, I would just turn back into a drug addict and I'd lose the flat. So I had to look at a different strategy. I have to separate my life from the work that I do. I have the lived experience. But yeah, I think it's just understanding the lay of the land in the sector you want to work in. I want to work in, sorry, I statement. Um, so yeah, that's what I'm learning, not just here, but this kind of seems to be the curve that I'm on.
Great. What a lot of learning. Anthony?
Yeah, I think just to echo that, it's the avenues and the different areas where we can go with this and how to kind of navigate it. I think the idea that I had of setting up a LERO when we met at the Sober Companion workshop is looking like something very different now.
Great.
The more that I work with Claude, my AI partner, and like delve into it all, it's kind of going somewhere different now. And I guess
Excellent.
I guess we all have that passion to make change. And I guess we're learning how to navigate that by being here.
Great. Oh, my own agenda's just come up. I was like, oh, fuck AI, Claude. I want to fucking dive. And so I'm self-managing my own agenda here. Yeah. Let me fucking push that down. Ross?
Yeah, I don't mean to be boring, but what the guy said there, kind of kind of is the same, like thinking that and sort of understanding what I got from this morning session, that like you've all got our sort of like own personal passions and direction. We all come from maybe different walks of life or have different traumatic experiences that's led us to where we are today. But I think having that like clear agenda and like sticking to it, but also being sort of flexible, taking opportunities when they arise, is important. So yeah, I took a lot from that first hour for sure. Well, that first 40 minutes. Um, yeah.
Haresh?
Again, similar to what the guys just said, but also I've just been thinking about this lived experience point, and I know it's a bit kind of random, but I was just thinking about why is it important or why is it not important? And I was just thinking that it's important because you be better at showing empathy, right, to a situation, but and also it might give the client, it might make the client feel more comfortable that you have lived experience. I think that's important. But then on the flip side of it, it's like, Olivia doesn't have any lived experience of ketamine, but it doesn't matter because, it's the whole recovery coaching theory that it shouldn't matter. So I don't know, I just kind of was thinking about that really.
And you checked in saying that you'd celebrated 2 years, and it was kind of like, yeah, well, fuck, like, so what? Like,
Yeah, I feel like
yeah,
it's just
like,
begun.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that is so insightful, Paresh. It's having the discernment. When do I share my story and when do I keep it to myself? And I would say the rule is you share your story professionally, yeah, when it's in
Yeah.
benefit of the client.
Yeah.
And a lot of the 12-step stuff, the story just gets shared because it's kind of encouraged to do that. We share your experience, strength, and hope, what it was like, what happened, and what it was like now, all that sort of stuff. And then people just kind of go and fucking share their stuff and just say, "Da, da, da," do you know what I mean? So it's great that you're kind of realizing, okay, well, fuck, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is so important in this role.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're looking to be in a professional role here. Olivia wakes up in the morning. I'm not a mum now. I'm not this. I'm not that. I'm going to work. And I'm a professional with lived experience. Does that make sense?
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm really enjoying the container. Yeah. And I'm learning as we hold this space, different people are learning different things. Yep. At different times. And if we just take a time out to kind of capture what we're learning, it becomes very efficient and the amount of things that we've learned. Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah. So I loved what Anthony said. It's like what it was like a few months ago. Now I'm here, it looks very different. And as people go along the coaching journey, the original contract, like this is what I want out of coaching, might shift. Yeah. And this is the ability to have continuums. Yeah. To see where people are and what they want to do. Yeah.
Mm.
So, what week number are you, Paresh?
Sorry, say that again.
How many classes have you come to? Is this about number 7?
I don't know. I've
Maybe
got
6?
hours, so just divide that by 2, I suppose. Sorry.
Don't apologize.
14 and a half. So
Okay,
16 and
so
a half after. So 8. 8 or 9. 9.
Jesus, that's you're fucking motoring through, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's about that, though, is it? So
Yeah, okay. So I can attend 40 hours in over 2 days. Yeah, that doesn't
yeah.
necessarily mean you've developed the space to hold it.
Yeah, I think I've mentioned this before. It's just a new way of life, isn't it? You know, in terms of it's all new lingo, jargon, approach, theory. It's completely different to what we're used to and whatever else we do in our lives. So it's going to take time. So I feel like I'm quite stumbled all the time, stumped. Like if this was a work conversation, it wouldn't be like that. So it's going
Yeah.
to come with time and experience. So
And
yeah,
what's
I mean,
great?
for me, it's changing a lot. It's like, right, do these 40 hours, bang, 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 bang. And it's not going to be like that.
Yeah.
Even like if you asked me what is recovery coaching before I attended my first class, it's a very, very different answer to what it is now.
Oh,
Completely.
what is it now?
Well, what it was that I have lived experience. This is what you're going to do. Come to me with your problem, and I'll give you all these steps to solve your problem. Go away and do it. Come back, and we'll monitor the progress. And that's all it's going to be, basically. It's action based. And it's not about telling a person what to do at all, because that person is not you for a start. But yeah, it's totally different.
Yeah.
So it's wider, it's more broad, it's totally different.
And that's our version of recovery coaching.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So some people can be very transactional about it, very kind of peer support, very signposting. I like to think ours has a bit more depth to it.
Yeah.
I am,
And it's
I am
about the client coming up with the solutions and leading the way, and you're creating the pathways sort of thing.
well, it's actually about empowering the individual to align their
Yeah.
own values with what it is that they want so they can get to a place of purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if people like motivated by purpose, they want to fucking do shit.
Mm.
So Olivia, can I go into a place of frapping with you?
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay. So I just want to speak to the insecurity. Yeah. It's like we got you. You're going to be supported. There's a whole team around you. Yeah. It's and just to kind of trust that. Yeah.
Thank you.
There's like and also I think there's lots of support out there already. So I would say just go and find what resources are available for people looking for ketamine treatment and ketamine recovery. Yep. And I'm sure the police know what to do already. Yep. I'm sure the NHS and doctors and that know what to do already in terms of,
Not what I'm hearing from my clients.
okay, so when you say your clients, let's now just let's question that quickly. So who is the client?
I facilitate a group on a Wednesday. Not many people turn up because
Okay.
of their needing the toilet so much. Some of the people that have turned up, they said to go to hospital. They give them antibiotics for urine infection. They're not really listening to them. They're not listening to any signs, like to just kind of fobbing them off with antibiotics, which does nothing. The doctors don't know what they're talking about, as far as I'm aware, as well. That's what they've been saying. And yeah, just said the only thing that can stop them is going to rehab. But two people that went to rehab, they've come out, they've picked up straight away, and they're back in the group again. So that there's nothing there after to come out of rehab to help them along either.
Okay. So if I was to ask a container, what's Olivia feeling when she talks about this?
Anger, frustration.
Anger and frustration, exactly. Yeah. It's like, and so the anger and frustration wants boundaries, it wants structure. It's like, fuck, what must I do here? Yeah. I've got people coming to me, and it's very different from anxiety and feeling unsupported. Yeah, this is like, fuck, we need to do something. All right. So let's coach you now, Olivia, on how your support group can do better.
By just turning up every week.
Okay, so no, but so you step into a role of facilitating a support group. So guys, I want some coaching on how I can be a better facilitator. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like in business, people get coaching on how to be better managers or better leaders. Yep. So each week you run this group, people come, it's not well attended. Yep. People come here, they can't stick around because they've got fucking bladder issues. Physically, it's not helpful. The doctors that are involved just seem to be fobbing people off. And when people go off for treatment, they come out and they use straight away.
Also, when they go into treatment, it's a mixture of people, different, like alcohol, drugs, and all kind of stuff.
Okay, and when they go into treatment, they
Then
feel like they don't relate.
because they go into the meetings, because you have like group meetings that could last for 2 hours, they're getting up to go to the toilet. The bedrooms, the toilet is on the other side of the building. Like, so they wake up in the middle of the night. They're waking up every 20 minutes to go to the toilet. So that's not, it's just not planned out properly either, you know.
Okay, it's hard, Olivia?
Yeah, it's really like just to kind of, I just feel that something needs to be done, really.
Okay. So what are you feeling now?
Frustrated. I just
So
don't get, just so much knowledge about like Marcus looked at something the other day, didn't you, Marcus, in the Kent?
so I would say you're feeling sad.
Yeah, I'm feeling sad, disappointed. Just so much about alcohol and all the other drugs, but ketamine, just nothing. And just seeing the young people that coming in, the girls are like, they're just very unhealthy, and it's just not nice to see, you know.
Okay. So you have a lot of compassion, yeah, for young girls that are,
Yeah.
yeah.
Two
Okay.
girls actually passed away within the last 2 months.
Okay. So the stakes are quite high now, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So just take a breath. Can we go a little bit deeper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Are
fine.
you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they were severely malnutrition. They didn't, so they were just using, they weren't eating and
Yeah,
passed
yeah,
away,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
passed
yeah, yeah.
away in
No,
the
people
sleep.
die. In this game, people die.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Okay. But I just want to focus on you for a second. Yep. And the sadness that you're feeling. Yep. And the pain that's coming up for you around this particularly young women not being supported. Okay. So I feel quite tearful now. How's the rest of the container feeling?
It's
Oh,
frustrating.
Frustrating, Paresh? Ross?
Uh, yeah, I think there's a lot. I don't know. I just kind of feel like quite a tense situation.
Tense.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, for me, it's
Yeah.
like there's lots of
Okay.
like finger pointing and like this
Oh
isn't right,
fuck.
that's not right.
Okay.
These people don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like whoa. That's what I feel like anyway.
Whoa. Fuck. Okay.
Yeah,
So
there's a little bit
tense
just
anxiety
slow down a
level.
little bit.
Okay.
Just
Cool.
put your
All
emotions to
right.
one side, maybe. I've just got to nip off
Marcus?
for like 10 minutes. I'm sorry, guys. Got to nip off. 10
Okay.
minutes.
yeah,
No problem.
I feel the tension, but I feel compassion, and I'm having to detach myself from the other feelings that are trying to come up because it's going to interfere with my productivity and optimization. So I'm finding I'm having to like detach from. So I'm feeling compassion, but active in detaching myself from it because yeah, I feel I felt the same, and periodically I feel the same.
Okay.
Um, but I'm
So
starting to learn
so
through this journey to just pull away and look at the
okay.
bigger picture.
Yeah. Anthony?
Yeah, I guess feeling that tense energy. And I guess, talking about deaths from addiction, I guess that's just the reality of where we're at. Sure, we've all lost people to this game. Um, yeah, it's the reality of it, I think. And how hard it is to get the awareness and the help to those who need it. It's quite, I think, bigger picture outside of ketamine, trying to get recovery and lived experience out into the world is a challenge. It's not as easy as the private side.
Okay.
when I say bigger picture, I would have literally flipped my stack if someone says, just pull back and look at the bigger picture. Because I'm like, no, that's not helping me solve this person's problem. I can't
Mm.
solve this person's problem, but I can make tracks towards building something that can participate in that in a way.
So the reason for that, me saying that is, I just want to kind of, there's part of me that wants to look after Olivia. Yeah, not that Olivia needs looking after, but when we share our lived experience and we bring our stuff into the room, it does impact us. Yep. And Olivia started off by saying feeling unsupported and anxious and wanting support around that. And then in the organization, that's coming up and being reflected back as well. Would you say that's true, Olivia? I know that's a yes/no question.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep. So it's like when you talk about kids being taken away, it fucking activates the father role in me when my kids got taken away and put into care. Yeah. And that leaks into the practicalities of like, guys, we're here to fucking to coach, to move forward, to learn about this sort of stuff. Yeah. And what I need is I need a bit of Marcus and Anthony's stuff to kind of fuck, can't deal with that now. This is what needs to be done. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Mm.
And then to take that hurt part or that vulnerable part or the yeah to a place where I can get support around that. So that would be supervision or something like that. Yeah. So Olivia, you are supported. You're working in an environment with where the people are dying that you care about. Yep. And it feels as if you're under quite a lot of personal pressure in your support group.
Mm.
Okay, I feel stuck.
Let's have a break.
Yeah. It feels like, oh fuck, have we gone too far, too deep, too how are we doing? Oh, it's 12 o'clock here in what time's in the
11,
UK? 11.
11 a.m.
It's definitely break time.
break
Huh?
time.
Break
It's
time.
definitely break time.
All right. Yeah, Paresh, well done for holding the container for the first hour. How long's the break for?
7 minutes.
7 minutes. Okay.
Because it was always 7 minutes. I don't know why.
Okay, great.
Or 9.
It's the
You want
perfect
9
amount of time.
minutes.
It's the perfect amount of time for a cup
Okay.
of tea and a cigarette.
11 past 11.
Okay, 1111.
Cool.
Your video's still on, Olivia. We can see you playing on your phone. Are we back? Doesn't look like 11 minutes past for me.
No, 9 past for me.
Okay.
2 more minutes.
Okay. Ross is back. Okay. Sam, what time are we leaving? Are you waiting for me? Huh? Well, I can finish it as soon as you want.
Cute dog. So small.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, cool.
You're on mute.
It's after my biscuits.
So small.
What is it? A rat?
Oi! David, before we start, you know Emma's meeting that she does on a Monday.
Yeah.
I never got on it.
Oh,
Just says I'm waiting.
okay. So Emma wasn't able to host it on this Monday.
Oh, that's why I didn't get in.
Yeah, no, but it should be, yeah. Oh my gosh. It's Marlon. It's Marlon from Thailand.
Hey David.
How are you, mate? What's happened? Where you been?
Oh mate, just busy with work. Just been finding it quite hard to manage my time.
Okay. Do you want
Yeah.
to start the check-in?
Yeah. Hello everyone.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit all over the shop just because I've rushed back to come and do what's important for me. Uh, I've really struggled the past couple of weeks to manage my time and to prioritize stuff that's only going to help me further in on my journey. Basically, a lot of things all come at once, and I've just crumbled and really procrastinated and found it hard to navigate where to start. But I've been openly sharing about it and speaking to people about it, and yeah, today's been the day where I've actually I've managed to prioritize what's needed to be done, and I've done what I said I'm going to do, not just procrastinated and sat there and expected it all to solve itself. So yeah, I am feeling quite grateful as well at the same time, but yeah, just a bit unsettled because I've just rushed back, and I don't like being late. I like being on time. So yeah, that's me.
Okay. So from my perspective, it's really nice to have you come back to the container. I wasn't sure what happened. And my self-centeredness always goes, oh God, I fucked up, this fucked off. I'm so unprofessional, I'm not good enough, and I make it all about me. So it's lovely to see you. And yeah, just take it as you need to. Yeah. Um, so great. All right. The clocks have changed. So we started an hour ago. Um, but that's all good. And the way that we've structured the program is you have to do your hours, and you can do them when you want, and then you have to do your classroom hours. Yep. And you can do them when you want. So and there's the minimum requirement, but a lot of people just stick around and keep doing it because they find it beneficial. Like Anthony, for example, he's been doing this for over a year now, Anthony, huh?
Yeah, a long time now.
A long time. Okay, great. So I'm going to hand over to Anthony, and I'm going to jump off and go and be with my kids. And yeah, are you all right with that, Anthony?
Yeah, fine. Thanks, David.
You sound so enthusiastic.
Have fun with your kids.
Huh?
Have fun
Yeah,
with your
yeah.
kids.
I'm gonna do that. Yeah. But I just wanted to share my appreciation for these classes as well. I get so much out of them. And Paresh, I love your background today. It feels like, yeah, fuck, we've arrived in the money now. Now we're in the city. Now we can, like, really share our value. And Marlon, welcome back. Olivia, we got you. Yep. And Ross, loving you being here, mate. All right, I'll see you all next week. Yep. Go for it, Anthony.
Thanks. See
Happy
you, man.
birthday for the weekend. Have a
Yeah.
good time.
Thanks, mate. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
See you
Bye.
later.
Oh, I will be watching the recording.
All right, guys, should we start the second session with a quick check-in? Who would like to go first, I guess?
Yeah, I go. I'm checking in good. Just got my brain thinking, and yeah, see what the next hour brings, and I'll tag Ross.
Yeah, great first hour, very insightful. Yeah, looking forward to the next hour. I'll check in Paresh.
All right, so yeah, I'm good. Looking forward to the next hour. Yeah. Olivia, sorry.
Yeah, I'm good. Just looking forward to the next hour like everybody else. And jealous of Marlon because he's nice and sunny in Thailand. That's where I want to be. I tagged Marlon.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to jumping in. I'm a bit upset that I'm an hour late. I thought it was 10 minutes. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to listening to you, Anthony. And hearing everyone else, of course.
Thanks, mate. Who are you tagging? Is there just me left? Um, I will check in that I am feeling grounded still, and yeah, good to be here, and you know, good first session. And I guess Marlon, I wouldn't worry about that time difference. It's confused me a lot over the last couple of days as well. Um, so do we want to carry on from the last session? No, we want to set a fresh agenda for this one. I guess, does anyone have anything to bring to the container for the second hour? What do we want to discuss?
I'll check out the not picking on Marlon, but it's just something that I got better with. And I slip in and out of his routine and time management. Um, so I live my life by my calendar, but it's not foolproof. So like I just yeah, be good to hear other people's experience with like finding that routine and being able to show up for clients in that way. I don't know.
Yeah. Does anyone want to share their own, how they manage their time and their routines? I think I can share my experience. So I have ADHD, and my whole life has been chaos. Everything has been last minute, and then a burnout and a meltdown. And then since coming into recovery and surrendering to it all, that I've been using different tools to manage my time. I have my calendar on my phone. I have there's a ADHD tool called Goblin Tools, And it, I guess AI kind of replaces it now because you can just ask AI to do exactly what it does, but it organizes your time. And, if you tell it you need to write a report, it'll break it down into meaningful tasks, like a to-do list to get to the end of the report. So that's been helpful in the past. If I've got to tidy the house, it'll break it down into rooms and different parts of that, without me asking, and makes it all a bit more manageable. And um, I guess just trying to be more disciplined and balancing self-care through it all. You know, it's tricky, but that's from my experience. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But my calendar, and I have a never-ending handwritten to-do list that I write every day and tick off things that I need to do each day. That's what helps me.
Anthony, can you share the name of the application?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
called Gob. Yeah, I'll put the link
Oh,
in the chat.
yeah, cool. That'd be great.
Um,
Yeah, I've
that's
tried a few apps in the past, and I found they clog up my calendar. But I guess I was less disciplined around them, around like just building that routine. And I got medicated recently, so we're just trialing that for ADHD, and it seems to have helped a lot, like to bring me back to like the front of my head instead of all over my head. I can like actually follow through on tasks. So I like while I was going through my recovery, I only did appointments on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And if that meant I had to wait like a certain time, but it just allowed me to like live my life as well. So like Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, like I could actually like do other things. So I I don't know what you call that. Is that like ring fencing time or something like that? So yeah, I'd like make certain days for certain activities.
yeah. Anyone else have any experience they want to share?
Um, Yesterday, spoke to my partner about like all the things I've got going on and how I'm trying to manage it all. And I think she said something like, "Well, um what is like the end goal?" And I said, "Oh, I don't really want to look at the end goal. I just want to look at like the little stages that I need to take to get to that end goal. I can know what the end goal is, but I think this kind of focusing on like what it's going to be, like what I want it to be, how's this perfect sort of scenario going to end up like, kind of overfaces me a little bit. Whereas if I like break it down and just take every step and like what you said about that app, like breaks um, your job list down. You tidy in the house and it breaks it down room by room. It's kind of like that in a way, I suppose. I just find that a lot more easier to manage. You get a lot less overfaced and like sort of intimidating. Less procrastination happens when I go just look at the journey, not like the end. And sort of break it down, looking at the journey. That's what I've got to share.
Thanks, Ross. And I guess for you, Marlon, would you be open to sharing how it's been for you the last week and what you have struggled with, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to building a routine and structure, I'm heavily disciplined. Um, and what tends to be and what has been my cycle over the years is I can achieve so much of it before I crash and burn out. But this time so what's happened to me at the minute is like I'm aware I'm a quite of a intense, fast-paced person, and I'm trying to slow down, and not pack my day out as much because when I came out of treatment like 6 months ago, it was essential for me to build a program which I know that's not going to lead me astray or I can become complacent. So it was very imperative for me to fill my day out and all right, it's all right for so long, but then I sort of gained my feet again, and I'm like, this is too much for me. I feel comfortable, I'm settled here, and then I try to slow down, and it's like I slow down too much then, and then I start not being able to. I can't prioritize like the importance of tasks, and it was actually I've actually been given quite a large amount of tasks, which, to be fair, it comes down to my own personal boundaries and me. I should have really have thought about it and said no, because I have my role within the treatment center as a volunteer, and basically some admin type of work got passed towards me, and I like me being me, like yeah, 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 I'll do it, of course I'll do it, and then after, like oh shit, I'm not a very tech savvy sort of guy, and I've had to like um create a Word document and put so it's like that as well as like really it's like out of my depths, But at the same time, I'm trying to put a positive spin on it and being like, you know what, I can instead of like I can't, which has always been my favorite word. I can't do that. I just can't do that. It's like I can do it, but I've really got to. I have to like keep coming and going and revisiting it. I can't seem to like get it done, but then I get myself in time head into a knot, and it's like, oh my God, I've fallen off my recovery coaching course. I'm, I've got all that to do, and and then before I know it, I'm not doing anything because I'm just like, as like David once said in one of his like, it's like we can scare someone off with, I like scared myself out of everything. It's too much for me. But I've like, I've managed to sort of speak to someone and, break it down and sort of like one task at a time sort of thing.
Yeah.
So
I,
that's where
yeah, and I think it's just being kind to yourself through it all. We're all trying our best, aren't we? Each day, that's need to keep that self-care in there as well, because if you can't, you're not serving yourself. How can you serve those others who you're volunteering with? That's what I always find. And my biggest thing, I guess, for me, in my experience, was like going back to what Ross said was, I'd always have an end goal, and then it'd feel so frightening going from scratch to that end goal, and then I'd never do it. I'd just procrastinate because it wasn't perfect. And I think the one thing that I learned in treatment was progress and not perfection, and just doing that each day has worked for me since coming home. And so going forward, Marlon, how do you think you can? I think you maybe answered a couple of your questions already in what you were saying, but well, it could be your doubts. How do you think you can make it easier and more manageable going forward?
good question, Anthony. But like designating a probably designating a time slot, you know, to go and do the things that I really struggle with doing, which is like laptop sort of jazz. Like actually, taking myself away and staying there for 2 hours and whatever, and just not having no high expectations of like what I should or believe I should be getting done. It's just making a start, which I managed to do today. I made a start and then got again got carried away doing other stuff, but I'm just it was a win for me today. So it's just like just remembering them little wins and just keep revisiting it. Um, but basically just focus on that one particular task and nothing else. And maybe if anything, like I like to train in the morning to stop before I start my day. So it's probably that that's when I have my most I'm full of beans in the morning. I'm not a night person, I'm a morning person. Maybe just switching it around and doing that in the morning because it's prioritized over my physical at the minute. I believe I'm in a physical, I'm in a great, in a great way, physically. But that doesn't matter if I'm not mentally okay, but I am mentally okay, but you know what I'm trying to say? It's
Yeah.
like I've got to prioritize what's important right now.
Trying to keep a balance.
Yes, always striving for balance.
And I guess one thing you mentioned with is the boundaries. How do you think you make positive change in that on that side to make your life more manageable?
Powers in now. Yeah, just saying no, It's like I know we talk you were mentioning about end goals and I have got my end goal and it's I know where I want to be. And I felt going back to that situation, it was that I got offered some employment paid and I wasn't ready for that responsibility. So I sort of felt bad the fact that I've turned down something which is better, I believe is better for me in the long run to be able to take my time on this new experience of recovery. Um, so it was more like I felt guilty. So I was like, I'll do it, I will do it. And it's, it doesn't make a difference, to that. They can just ask someone else. It's like, just say no, Marla. It's fine. You're not going to be disliked for it.
Yeah. Has anyone got anything they want to contribute?
Yeah, I can relate to a little bit of what you said. Like I went back to my part of my like last year was the journey getting back to work and sort of building back to that after recovery, and I thought I was ready. And then after 6 months, I completely just fell off and went into a rut. But saying yes, I'm learning myself to, it's okay to not just say no, but to change your mind. Um, like for me, I always just say, yeah, I'm so like enthusiastic and want to help. And I guess partly there's people pleasing in there as well. But um, yeah, I can change my mind and I'm developing the interaction around that because usually I would just have a meltdown because I would be filled so much with shame and that I'd let the person down or the people down. Whereas I'm able to have a different conversation from a different perspective with a different energy and just say, look, and explain my circumstances and say, I'm just not ready for this right now. Um, that's all fair and well if you've got someone understanding that you're interacting with, but yeah, most people are for me. But yeah, that developing that conversation around saying no and changing my mind or pulling back, I can relate to that.
Thanks, Marcus. Anyone else? No. I guess I'm not really sure where we should go from here. Has anyone got any, direction of where we want to head with this with the route?
Um,
Route.
there's something I've been thinking about, and just which I've been reading a lot about, and it's the blurred lines, which where you can become blurred. I suppose it might come down to boundaries between like coaching and friendship, which has been quite interesting to me. Mm. So how to like have implications so that doesn't happen, Because I mean, in previous work, when I reflect back to it, it's like I suppose even after I've finished a piece of work and the person's still involved in me in their personal life and it's like it's actually caused there's been issues with it in the past and it was just something I read and it brought back up a lot of stuff for me of like how easily it can happen like actually and subconsciously so some awareness around it.
Between is that the friendship with a client, for example, when you're coaching?
Yeah. Like coaching and friendship, like how it just that whole, just them two words. It's like, whoa, yeah, like how easy it can sorry for swearing, how easy it can happen, you know.
Yeah. And does anyone in the container who has, clients at the minute, how want to share how they manage that and how they navigate that on a daily basis? I guess it's hard for me to say because I'm working in a different industry currently. I have clients, but it's in a very different landscape.
So I got someone that I've been working with for like 3 years. It came off the back of the whole 12-step situation, and was very enthusiastic. Just said yes to everything, and I was like, I can save him. Um, and it's the son of a really good friend of mine. So over the course of these past few years, I've had to like it, from the perspective of like when I first started working with him to now, like I failed him. But that's not the case. Now I'm like looking at the situation differently and having done this coaching. But I do find it's been a bit of a journey having to manage him as a client, my son's friend, my friend's son, and the expectation, like there's an expectation of him on me, because I said that I could help. And I think we had different versions of help in the beginning, to what I have now. So I can be there to support. Whereas in the beginning, I think I portrayed a version where I would solve his problems, and then the mum had that kind of perspective on it. And I think we're coming to this point now where I've done this training, I'm able to have a better conversation and say, look, I can't help, but I can try and spark something off within so that he can help himself, and but I can still be there for the friend. And I think I've rebuilt back that trust because I think she got to a point where she was like, "Well, you said you could do this, and you said you could do that. Look at him; he's a broken mess." And I've managed to be able to convey that that's not my problem, but you are still my friend. I'm still invested, and we can look at options together. So I have to use like
How does it make you feel putting that boundary in there?
it feels good. Um, if and I suppose it's cleared some headspace so that I can actually do some of the stuff that I intend to do, with them as a family. So like the research, the signposting, the understanding the situation and advocating to like the doctor and things like that. Like I'm happy to do those things. But in the beginning, I was really just trying to get him into a state of abstinence or acceptance that abstinence was needed. And since chatting with David and the whole like network around case management and stuff, like I've identified that abstinence isn't the approach for him. Um, he needs a harm reduction approach first, and whatever that leads to after. But yeah, it's putting that boundary in place, having the understanding from the learning. I'm able to do more than what I was able to do in the beginning. So we've got more progress in the last 3 months than we did in 3 years, just from changing the perspective and how I approach the situation.
That's great. Anyone else? And I guess the difference between when you're coaching in a professional realm is that if you've read the handbook, there's the professional ethic, the code of ethics that we operate by, and I guess that guides us as coaches into how to nurture a relationship with a client so that it doesn't become clouded. Um, I guess that's one thing. So I guess for me to be able to relate to it, I work in finance currently, and so I have to navigate by professional ethics when I'm managing or advising people on how to run their business and their financials. And I guess, a lot of those people are friends who I've met in the past or like friends of friends. And, it's being able to maintain that professional um relationship, having those boundaries and operating at your own values, from my perspective anyway. How does it feel after hearing what others have shared, Marlon? Does it make you feel any more comfortable with that?
Yeah, no, I was just reflecting a lot around different bits of work I've done. So my previous work was like, as a sober companion, so living with clients for a period of time, and then sometimes in a family home, and it's can be difficult at times, but it's after that period when it's like it's shut down, it's finished, and it's the interaction after. But again, it's like seems to be like everything. It comes back down to the boundaries, of being like there is no friendship, there can't be no friendship. Not like straight. However, I feel it's necessary to deliver that, but it's just being very firm, you know. But it's obviously, the lead up to that why someone feels the need to be able to. It's obviously down to me to why someone feels the need to form a friendship. But I suppose it's quite very difficult when you spend a period of time, I mean, like 12 weeks with someone, it's like it can become blurred. So, I mean, it's just, I suppose it's for me, it's just really practicing my boundaries. And since, to be fair, since coming on to this course, I have actually, I was writing about it earlier, I have actually been, boundaries have been popping up a lot, and I have been able to say no, and especially even in totally separate, but like I've got sponsees and sponsor he's trying to talk to me about my personal life, and I'm not, and it's been like, this is, I'm here as a sponsor, and you don't need to know about my personal life. I'm just here to guide you through what you're going through, I suppose. And that was that bit came from coaching, I suppose, where I've just implemented it in that way. That makes sense. So it's moments like that where there are wins. But yeah, I hope that
Yeah.
all makes sense.
And how does it make you feel when you put those boundaries in?
Yeah, I feel great, and believe it or not, the other people actually respect it, and it's like a mirror for them as well. What I've realized is it's a good mirror for them, and there's not been no hard feelings on their side as of yet. So it's good all around, to be honest.
Yeah. Um, I'm trying to think where to go, where to go with this now. Um, yeah, I guess, does anyone else have any of, that experience with the boundaries or when it's become tricky and how anyone got any experience of how they've managed it? Would that maybe able to help Marlon as well in the future?
I'm interested in hearing how the you said about being a sober companion and living in. Did you live in with someone or like a family? Did you say?
Yeah, so basically, I worked um, for a company that does treatment for high net individuals in a it's not a multi-occupancy, it's a one-to-one environment. So basically the team of clinicians and professionals come out to this property to see the client, and I would live in for the full period of time. I wouldn't leave this property, Only I leave the properties when they're in session. I get some time to myself, or take them to a meeting if they were like open to go to a 12-step meeting. That's the time when I would not have as much interaction with this client, but I was there to support them through that process. So up at 7 in the morning and bed at 10 at night, and making sure that they're following their program and keeping them motivated. So you can see how much time a 12-week period I'd be spending with this person, who's a who's an addict like myself. And then, it's only happened on 2 occasions where I've gone to been asked to come in to do the transition. So basically the aftercare. So I move into the family house and making sure that they helping build their routine and their program in their life, and making sure that they're attending their meetings, they're getting to the gym, and they're meeting their online aftercare needs. But being involved in the family dynamic, where it's,
So
it's become.
do you find yourself like being an intermediary between the person that's suffering with the substance and then like being the intermediate, like the mediator between them and the family and just helping
Oh yeah.
them? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Like, but especially like, well, the previous client had been estranged from his partner and kids for like 3 years. So it's the first time he was going back into that family home. So it was heavy, and hearing it from, the wife and then the husband and sort of like, yeah, it was very, very hard. But again, forming, it's like they, s- where they see how it can become blurred. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I'm just taking it back to these moments of where it's like, it's been a struggle, but don't get wrong. At the same time, I've got the support from the company from who I was working for, but still, it's like it's after when it's time to go, and then they're still wanting to interact and re-engage. But yeah, I found it difficult to not.
Pretty awesome concept. I've never even thought about that. It's like a living Mary Poppins, but for addicts.
And I guess the coach, where do you see the coaching coming into the sober companionship, Marlon? I guess from the outside looking in, it's that aftercare. It feels like it's quite seamless.
Um, well, how will the sober coaching help me? Or
Yeah, how do you think this recovery coaching and what you're going to get from it will help
well,
you?
it's just like, I've like done these short little courses on safeguarding and boundaries and stuff, but no, I hadn't, I just always believed I know what boundaries are, and never really practiced them essentially, So I feel like this time after the, reflecting and doing the work that I have done, I've realized the importance of it. So it's really helping reinforce, you know, stuff that I've not really took much notice to.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, it sounds like you're doing some great work in the sober companionship.
Mm.
We did a sober companion course with David in London a couple of months ago. It was quite interesting. I didn't actually know a lot about sober companionship until then, really. Um, right, we're getting around to the end of the session. Should we start a checkout? I guess what would David do? He would say, let's go around the room and say what we've learned in today's sessions and then check out. Who wants to go first?
Yeah, I'll check it out. Yeah, I'm really happy to be back. Um, um, and Yeah, I don't really know, to be fair. I'm still like, I mean, I've like really zoned out about what we've been talking about, but it's all good. It's all good stuff. And it's nice to see you on the podium as well, Anthony. It was really
Thanks.
yeah. It
Thanks,
was
Maya.
cool. It was cool. And it's just nice to see everyone, to be honest. It's nice to see everyone and be back, because I forget, like, I do really enjoy coming here and I get a lot from it. So I just want to thank you all. And
It's good to have you back.
I'll be looking forward to seeing you all on Thursday. Just out of interest, is it 9 o'clock now that you guys start in England?
It's 10 o'clock, but it was 9 o'clock.
Yeah, so I can work. I have to work it out from then. Then yeah, so yeah, cool. Thanks everyone. Have a great
Thanks,
day.
man. Do you want to tag someone?
All right. Yeah, I'll tag Ross.
Mhm. Um, one thing that I've learned today, fuck, I think we were talking about in the first hour about time management. I think it was. I think that was what it was. No, but I've learned that through obviously what Olivia's trying to achieve. That um, it's good. It starts off with like a passion, doesn't it? And like a belief and a value. Then like, and you have to look at things like logically and sort of create structure around it and create that sort of pathway to that sort of end goal. Um, so yeah, I've learned that, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tag Olivia in.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm good. I know I've got David's barking back in now, and I just need to get to work and start creating the stuff that I need to kind of show him, and then see what happens with that. So yeah, it's all good. I tag Marcus.
Yeah, thanks, Olivia. I think yeah, I learned what a sober companion is. I just thought that's the course of like recovery coaching, but to hear like the level of involvement that a sober companion has, it's like not just one thing. But yeah, so it's opened up my mind to thinking about different models of service that's provided around locally. And yeah, just boundaries really, just solidifying what I'm trying to just put into practice. So it's good to have a conversation around that as well. And I guess Paresh.
Um, yeah, I've enjoyed the session. I'm feeling good. Um, energized. And I think I just learnt about time management a bit more. And again, what Marcus said around boundaries and ways that you can manage your time a bit better. Um, yeah, for me, I think it's more about focusing when I'm in a meeting or doing a particular task. So I'm just mindful of that. I will tag. Are we all done?
I
No,
think
Anthony.
there's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess for me today, like, it's how complex all of this is from the first session and this section of how to navigate it. And I guess makes me feel like how important this community is, that we have this to come and voice it and get other people's feedback is quite important, rather than trying to navigate it all on my own. Um, and I guess from hosting in the second half, I think trying to active listen while my ADHD brain is spinning 1,000 open-ended questions that I want to ask to keep the session going. It's quite a challenge to get that active listening locked in. So I hope it wasn't too boring and not fluid. And I appreciate you guys sticking around.
You did a great job.
You did good, man.
Yeah,
Thanks,
it
man.
was good.
So,
There's a few minutes left. Any homework for anyone for next week?
I need to get back to the theory side of things. Yeah, I can't make the session on Thursday. I'm away.
Anywhere fun?
Yeah. Oh, Amsterdam.
Oh, nice.
Just thinking about the last time I went to Amsterdam, and I think it'll be a bit different
Yeah.
from 2007. Oh God, let's not talk about that. Anyway,
Well, I hope you have a good time, Matt.
yeah, it should be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking forward to just getting away. So yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'll catch you guys on Tuesday. Anyway.
Yeah. Should we wrap it up and say bye?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you,
Good to
guys.
see you, Marlon, as well,
Lovely to
coming
see you
back.
all.
Yeah, good to see you,
Yeah.
brother.
Have a
See you
good week,
guys.
guys.
have a
Catch you
great
on
day.
Thursday.
Take care,
Catch you
guys.
later.